Well, hello everyone, and welcome to SpeedGaming Main. I am BlueP3, and I'm here today with a link to the past Randomizer Casual Boots Tournament group stage match between Lumaga and Masakuni. Doing tracking today, we have Matt Sit08, who just did his own race about 3 hours ago and is coming here to help track. Much appreciated. This is the second race between these two runners. Lumaga took game 1 by a margin of 40 seconds, and hopefully this race will be just as exciting. We should be getting underway any moment now, and yeah, hopefully we have a good race. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Okay, here's our map check. We have two pendants in the light world, red crystal at Hera, and green pendant being a desert there. Is my voice volume at all better, chat? Okay, thank you, chat. I'm going to go disappear for a second to fix this cropping and sync the runners. Hopefully, if anything important turns up, our tracker or chat will catch it for me. Okay, I'm back. Just in time for Master Sword. Nice. Oh, fun fact, that was the Sankart there in Zelda's cell. So it didn't go far from its original location. Well, nothing terribly exciting going on yet, as is usual with casual boots. I suppose it's worth mentioning, Lumaga's only so far in that 40-second margin win that I mentioned earlier. Masakuni is 0-4, so this race is just for bragging rights and ego boost. But it should be just as exciting no matter what. And thankfully, we don't need to worry about bombs to get through this wall here. Okay, 300 rupees is a nice thing to have early. Okay, so we got 3 pieces of heart as well in the castle. There's Lumaga making a map check, confirming that everything is in fact the same. Lumaga has taken the rupee lead by 1. And just a piece of heart on Lumberjack Ledge. So we won't need to do Aga for that, but we have Master Sword, and we're just a lamp away from being able to do Aga. Meanwhile, we have no glove, no hammer. So this could turn out interesting. We'll see. Ooh, another 300 rupees. Definitely going to pick that up. And there's our first bottle. Get the Lost Woods drop down with a free red potion. Oh, chat making jokes about a Pizza Heart. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought of that. No bombs still as we go into Blind's house for Lumaga. Here's Pain of Samaria. Another 300 rupees. Very nice. But neither runner choosing to stop at the Bonk Rock for some bombs, but we have plenty of money to buy them. Masakuni's going to go ahead and do that first. Oh, a nice mirror there for 100 rupees. Lumaga still... Oh, never mind, there are the bombs. And Sick Kid is also playing with bombs. And a quick high five from our runners. As Masakuni gets his mirror. So Lumaga is going to temporarily abandon that last check in Blind's house, which is more palatable now that we have the mirror at least. It'll be easier to come back. Just 50 rupees there on the library. We really don't need those now. There's a flute on Race Game. This actually might send Lumaga right back to Blind's house if he's there. But it's just a piece of heart that he missed out on. Masakuni not checking Race Game blind, so he's not going to save any time here. And Lumaga has freed the baby Loftwing. And it looks like he is going back for that piece of heart in Blind's house. At least this way it's not on your mind later if you miss something critical. Alright, Masakuni gonna go activate his flute, and Lumaga continues with a fairly standard South Shore play. And Masakuni fluting to 7, and there's the Moon Pearl right there in the puddle. We just couldn't see it before because it's got the same index of refraction as water for whatever reason. A Desert Ledge is just a piece of heart. Lumaga going to Agina and Masakuni continuing eastward. So this is our first little bit of actual divergence. Hey, there's the lamp in Mini Moldworm Cave, also Cane of Burna, and Blue Mail. And Half Magic, wow. Looks like Lumaga is heading this way, so he's not going to miss out at all. Here's Lumaga getting his treasure trove of stuff. So as chat is pointing out, we did get a lot of safeties there. Half Magic, Blue Mail, Burna, which, if we have to do Aga now that we have the lamp, it'll be a little less of a pain. both runners continuing with a water walk play towards Zora. Got an awful lot of pieces of heart on ledges today. Lumaga is going to go visit the camper first. Just 5 rupees there. Meanwhile, the scam fish is just 20 rupees. So there's very little left we can do if we want to avoid Aga. We have Saha and a bowless Eastern dip. Oh wait, no, we have a flute. We can go up the mountain. Never mind. But even then, without well, okay, the mirror gets us into Hera, but without the hammer, we can't do the east side. Also, no hook shot. Oh, great. The old man has 20 rupees. And there's Lumaga's scam money. Oh, the bug net inside Spec Rock. Looks like Lumaga is going to Saha. At least Saha. Here's our Dark World map check from Masakuni. Pendant Mire or other 5/6 is at Pod. And Skullwoods has a vanilla number 3 crystal. Hey, a shield! And powder, thanks, Saha. So Lumaga turning down the bowless Eastern play, especially, well, it's a pendant also, but that doesn't matter. So he is going to... well, wow, there's the bow and Hera. I wasn't sure what Lumaga was doing, but it looks like he's going to flute up the mountain now. And with no big key, no hook shot, Masakuni is choosing to go get the big key out of Hera Basement. I suppose while you're here, you may as well full clear it. It is a crystal. Alright, there's the obligatory big key. Now both runners turning down the net. Especially with Aga being a possibility. Well, Lumaga probably happy he didn't make that Eastern play. And item number 2 in Hera is another bottle with a red potion. And Lumaga just getting one shot at that last tile for good measure. I appreciate it. And Masakuni just going to go for sword slash strats here. Gets it just fine. And gets crystal number 1. Lumaga is on his way up the tower, not far behind. Right, Masakuni picking up powder and shield. Lumaga dropping into the Mulong fight here. Oh no! Got chased down and bowled off the edge. Oh, so close. Nicely done. Excellent recovery there. And Lumaga is going to pick up crystal number 1. Now, having already done Saha, Lumaga has to choose if he's just going to do Aga right now. It looks like it. This could save him some time. So in Eastern, we've seen Map, Compass, and Big Key so far. So all 3 items are outstanding. There's one of them. Being on 6 hearts climbing Agate Tower is not ideal, but with blue mail and 2 red potions in his back pocket, Lumaga should be doing just fine. So far, just 70 rupees in Eastern Palace. Wow, an arrow and a spear collided midair? Don't see that every day. Lumaga using the bow on those spear-wielding red birds to avoid the weapon triangle disadvantage. Alright, time to fight Armos Knights for Masakuni. If this doesn't pay off, it's going to be a significant time loss for him. And Lumaga has arrived at Aga. Oh, just another 20 rupees for Masakuni. So unless this is a bed seed, this is really bad for him. Oh, Masakuni never checked the Gina. Lumaga did that. We've had 2 blue balls from Aga so far. And so 2 is the final count. Oh, well, there goes the shield. Something seems to have happened to Masakuni. Well, this is unusual. Well, looking at Masakuni's stream, I'm not sure what's happening. Oh dear. Well, this is very, very not good for Masakuni. Okay, well, looking at Masakuni's stream, the stream is doing fine. He is climbing Aga Tower now. His timer says 31 minutes, 8 seconds. So things seem to be fine. I'm not sure what the stream is doing. It's just zipping along. Well, hopefully his stream catches up, but he is climbing his way up Aga Tower, almost at Aga right now. So anyway, chat informing me Lumaga found the hammer here in pod. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, so thankfully it looks like we still have a race going on. We didn't have a catastrophic failure. And both runners are still in this unscathed. Although this is really funny to watch. It's like a slideshow montage of like this grand adventure that Masakuni went on. Except it wasn't really that grand. So Lumaga counting his keys knows Harmless Hellway is just another key that he doesn't need. There's the big key in Dark Maze. Alright, Lumaga going for Helmasaur now. In fact, this is the second 5-6 crystal, so he will be able to do Pyramid Fairy right after. You know, some of these snapshots could have some really funny captions to go with them. Masakuni is just entering pod on his stream. Lumaga playing a little bit of pinball with the turtles there, but he finally gets it. Well, that's Helmasaur down for Lumaga. for some more bombs. And crystal number 2. Oh, Lumaga forgot he doesn't have a glove to take this portal. Also, I forgot as well, because I didn't say anything. So he is fluting to 3 and going to start from Village of Outcasts, which means he's going to be leaving Pyramid Fairy for later, it seems. Alright, looks like we have somebody who knows what they're doing behind the scenes trying to fix the problem. You know, I spaced out on this too. Same did Lumaga. No glove to get in that portal either. Hammer is not good enough. So we have one portal, and it's here at the pyramid. Alright, when we hit 3730, we are going to find out if things are fixed. Okay, well things are closer to fixed. But here's Hype Cape from Lumaga. Hey, the fake boots, the cape. Okay, I suppose that's fine. Stumpy with just some cash. Hey, Tempered Sword at K45. Alright, big thanks to the people behind the scenes fixing our stream for us and getting the runners resynced. We are very grateful. Now we have a race we can watch. Alright, here's Dig Game. $20 digs just for some cash. Okay, Lumaga now going to take that hammer up the mountain. He has East Death Mountain access from the Hera side. And also thank you to our tracker, Matt Sit, for reassembling Masakuni's tracker. That looks correct to me. He didn't find anything that Lumaga didn't, so this should be right. Oh, did Masakuni pick up the red shield? I'm so happy. Yes, that is one thing, chat. Just the second shield. And that's Helmasaur down for Masakuni. He's going to get crystal number 2. And it will be interesting to see how many portals he tries and fails to enter before deciding to go somewhere else. Masakuni is walking out, so this must mean he remembered where the portal is. There's our Flippers and Ether so far in Paradox Cave. Okay, nothing terribly exciting in Paradox Cave. Chat correctly pointing out that if Masakuni had saved and quit in the Dark World because we have the mirror and have beaten Aga, he would have just started at the pyramid and saved some time. But he still saved more time by not trying to go through portals he couldn't lift the rock on top of. Lumaga, remembering he's got that powder, is going to check Magic Bat now that he's got a hammer. Oh, I was wrong. That's a red boomerang on Stumpy, not 20 rupees. Masakuni nearly leaving without the tempered sword. That would have been unfortunate. But he's gonna get it. And there's our glove on Magic Bat. So, with that glove, Lumaga can now actually go through that portal he tried. Alright, Lumaga gonna start from Village of Outcasts. Masakuni heading back to the swamp area. This could be for Pyramid Fairy now. And Hype Cave. He didn't do Hype Cave. Oh, a nice shovel there in the brewery. And C-shaped house has bombos, so that is 2 of 3 medallions. And Lumaga is into Thieves Town here. Masakuni remembering to take the shortcut here with the big bomb. Alright, Pyramid Fairy has some cash, and some more cash. How unfortunate. Meanwhile, we have 0 items in the front of Thieves' Town, so they're all in the back. Good thing this is a crystal. Alright, Masakuni gonna go get that glove, not miss that. That's important. So all things considered, he's not that far behind Lumaga at all. Now, Masakuni saving and quitting, and he's going to start at the mountain, but he's going to flute. Okay, item number 1 is the fire rod. And that gives us a full clearable Skull Woods now, so that's convenient. Oh, Masakuni gonna go to Skullwoods first, so this might lose him a little bit of time. And there's the book in the Thieves' Big Chest. This works out really nice for Lumaga, because now after doing Skull Woods, he can just check bed. Right, a very nice blind fight there from Lumaga. For 10 arrows, he's going to get crystal number 3, and somehow made it through the entirety of Thieves' Town with that 666 rupee count. Meanwhile, in Skull Woods, no items have turned up yet. Well, piece of heart. Alright, Masakuni's gonna have to go to Thieves' Town now. Oh, there's the gold sword on Bumper Ledge. Masakuni is going to pick that up because why not? Of course, not having hookshot, Masakuni has to be a little bit careful here. And Lumaga dropping into the Mothula fight. Masakuni makes it through. And that's Mothula down for crystal number 4. So we're getting a King's Tomb check and presumably Graveyard Ledge from Masakuni here. And that's the mitts inside King's Tomb. That's slightly ironic. Alright, here is the ped check. Just a heart container. How disappointing. A bottle number 3, and that Graveyard Ledge with a fairy. Lumaga's now got both items out of Skull Woods. And having both crystals in this area, it's hard to think he doesn't just do the North Dark World checks and get those mitts right away. Oh, Lumaga doing a double take, but turning down that gold sword. It's nice to have, but it isn't really going to save that much time over Tempered Sword. But for some people, butter is just a comfort food. Lumaga is still somehow on 666 rupees. This has been quite a while. Right, there's Lumaga's mitts. This puts Ice Palace full clearable in logic for him. And that is exactly where he's going. Oh, chat is pointing out the possibility of ice or parts of ice being hookshot locked. I don't know enough about Ice Palace logic to say either way. But we have Samaria and we can do Icebreaker, so practically we can get everything. Right, Lumaga defeats the Pengators, defeats the chest, gets the map. Alright, here comes Icebreaker. Masakuni gonna get that Fire Rod and probably be a little disappointed. Alright, 20 rupees so far in Ice Palace. Heart Container, that's item number 2. Masakuni just got up to 8 hearts. He was temporarily 4 behind Lumaga, which is kind of interesting. Alright, here's Blind for Masakuni. There's the big key in Iced Tea. Alright, crystal number 3 for Masakuni. Did I miscount the items? Or does Lumaga know something about logic that I don't? Well, in any case, Lumaga gonna drop into the Cold Stare fight. Right, there's Bombos to open fight here. And Fire Rod shots galore. Very nicely done. And Lumaga is bailed out, getting the third item there. It's 20 rupees. So what happened was he dropped into the wrong hole and didn't have the hook shot to get across to the big chest. But fortunately, he doesn't need to worry about that now. So that is 5 crystals for Lumaga. Masakuni on his way to get number 4. Alright, here's the mire area. Mire itself is quake locked, so we don't need to worry about getting sucked into there quite yet. Oh, there's Quake. Hey, there's the other shield. Alright, checkerboard cave here. Nice Mothula fight for Masakuni, gonna get crystal number 4. Lumaga is running back over to take a look at the front of Desert. So we are a hookshot and an ice rod from Go mode. Masakuni getting the news here about Ped. Oh wow, there's the ice rod just there in Desert, so Turtle Rock is full clearable, for sure. And there's the second item from Desert, so no need to worry. Masakuni is going to do Smith Chain here. Oh, Lumaga is going to the back. It is Green Pendant, so that is one item. But we have all of Dark Death Mountain and a full clearable Turtle Rock available. I'm slightly puzzled by this. Like, I don't think he would think he's far enough behind to warrant this kind of wacky play. Also, I don't know why I said we have all of Dark Death Mountain, chat pointing out we don't have the hookshot, so the aptly named hookshot cave, 3 of the items aren't available. Nice fire rod shots, just one more. That's Lanmo's down. Masakuni's going to be able to check the shovel here on the way. Okay, Lumaga gonna go flute up the mountain. Interesting. We'll have to ask what his reasoning was here, because I'm very curious. So Masakuni's going to get the purple chest and also Bombo's tablet. He really needs one of these things to be the hookshot if he wants to have a chance here. Alright, just some cash from Bombo's tablet, so that book was completely unneeded. And Masakuni gonna go to Ice Palace. Out of logic here, he hasn't been back since getting that hammer and doesn't have the flippers. And it's Ether to get into TR, which was actually in Paradox Cave, so close to being under the doormat. Lumaga, forgetting he's looking for the hookshot, he doesn't have it, has to make the Ride of Shame. So 5 rupees and a piece of heart, so Lumaga's gonna have to get that guaranteed small key in Compass Chest and then continue on. Masakuni working on that icebreaker. Nicely done. Oh, Lumaga got chomped, and he's got a fairy. He's fine, he's fine. Lumaga being a little more careful here, gets that key, and off he goes. Lumaga deciding to, or well, trying to decide whether he wants to, or to go, whether or not he wants to go to Lava Chest, decides to, and it has the big key, so that was good. Alright, and being in one item go mode, Lumaga is going to check the big chest here first, and then go back for Mimic Cave. Meanwhile, Masakuni is going to drop into the correct hole to get the big chest, but is not going to be rewarded. Alright, here's Cold Stare for Masakuni. A nice spin to get things started off. He's not even using the Fire Rod here. Nothing like some good cold butter to beat up a cloudy eyeball. Nicely done. And this is crystal number 5. Alright, Masakuni saving and quitting. Gonna start from the mountain. There's the required small key on Laser Bridge. Lumaga's just gonna use his Burna, gets bottle percent there with another fairy. And there's the compass. So that means there is an item on Trinex. Alright, here is Trinex. Nicely done. Just takes one chomp there, but he's fine. Gets chomped again, but he's got this. Nicely done. Is this our hook shot? Nope. Right, so Lumaga's gonna check and the first check of Hookshot Cave. Absolutely no need to try to hover the rest of them because they definitely won't be the hookshot. Amazingly, we're actually getting a high five from our runners. Well, it's not up here on the mountain. Unless it's in Spike Cave, that's still available. But Masakuni needs to do the Light World East Mountain checks here, so Spiral Cave, Paradox, and then he could finish it off with Spike Cave. But Lumaga is going to go to Spike Cave, which makes total sense. Because currently he's staring down some bad one-of checks, a couple pendant dungeons, and Hookless Swamp. And there it is in Spike Cave. So that is go mode for Lumaga. He is spared some unfortunate dungeon dips. And Masakuni finding flippers and ether, two items he does need. Oh, Masakuni has not been to desert for that ice rod. But he's climbing the mountain again. If this is Spike Cave, this is still good for him. And it is. Very good. And what's nice about Swamp is even when you're go-moding, there are a few checks that are just right on the way that could have your silvers. But realistically, we all know they're probably in GT. Masakuni trying to decide now what to do. Unfortunately, he could end up full clearing Swamp at this point. Wow, Lumaga really not checking those chests. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's just very unlikely you're going to find silvers there anyway. And every second could count. Game 1 between these two runners was decided by 40 seconds. So both our runners are in the same dungeon now, but their situations are quite different. Very nicely done. And this is crystal number 7 for Lumaga. Masakuni, meanwhile, finding the other boomerang. Alright, this means that it's time for a final mountain climb and a guessing game. Oh wow, somebody snagged my 22 already. I'm so proud. Oh, well, our silvers were actually right there in Swamp Palace. How funny is that? Alright, Lumaga is entering GT. Alright, here we go. And here's Argus from Masakuni. And there it is, number 3 on the torch. Doesn't look like anybody guessed number 3. But we do have a 2, so congratulations. Lumaga remembering to grab that small key before heading up the climb, and he's now on his way. And naturally, Masakuni going to go back into Swamp for the rest of the items. Oh, nice! Lumaga manages to trap all of the spike traps behind the blocks. Bonus style points there. He's going to stop at the safety room here. So he's at full health to go with the fairy and 2 red potions he has in his bottles. Right, nice gauntlet so far. Alright, one more room to go. Very nicely done. Okay, last time I congratulated someone on a really nice gauntlet, they got hit 3 times by a Beamos. And this time Lumaga got 2 fireballs in a Beamos shot. Right, Landmo's 2 down, and left side Swamp has a heart container. And ball. Alright, Masakuni is going... He never checked the camper. Lumaga having a little bit of trouble here with these torches. And he's going to play it safe and just go for another round. Alright, all good. Okay, Lumaga remembers to grab the helmet key there, so he has 2. Oh! Narrowly avoids the Moldorm fall there. I'm not quite sure on the math here, but he got into the enraged phase on Moldworm, but gets the kill. Validation chest, 10 arrows. Masakuni's going to Turtle Rock now, it looks like. Did not stop at the Mire area to get Desert for the Ice Rod. Alright, here's Aga 2. Nice triple. That was close, but one more hit. Done. Alright, here is Ganon for Lumaga. You know, I find it a little interesting that, despite all these extra checks, Masakuni still only has the same number of hearts as Lumaga. Alright, nice 1-1 there. Oh, chat correcting me. I think it was 2 cycles on the first phase. Lumaga finding out that the silvers were in Swamp. Lumaga making slow but sure progress on these spins here. There's no real need to go for triples when you don't really need to. But he gets a triple on that cycle. Should be almost done here. Nicely done. All right, let's get our GGs for Lumaga, who is going to finish this race in first place with an official time of 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 26 seconds. Well, hopefully we should be joined by Lumaga momentarily. Masakuni is going to be continuing this. All right, we are joined by our winner, Lumaga. GG and congratulations.
Thank you.
So, what did you think of that seed?
It's not too often that you go to Dark World without gloves. So a couple times I imagined I had gloves and went to pull a rock to go to the Dark World. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, you usually do have them. It's sometimes hard to remember.
Yeah, muscle memory, I guess.
So
No, otherwise I don't know, it's pretty straightforward. Just clear all the dungeons. That's it. There's no reason to do almost anything else.
yeah, you had some really fortunate routing things, like going to Thieves Town before Skullwoods and having the Fire Rod. Masakuni did them in the opposite order. And dropping into Desert and finding that Ice Rod before trying to dip Turtle Rock, that was good.
So I was only going there for Mire Shed, and then I realized, oh, we have a third item in Desert. So let me at least do this, and I'll clear it, and maybe my go mode will be on my green pendant. It'll be in my back pocket. But hey, there's the Ice Rod. There's Turtle Rock, and whoa, Spike Cave. Okay, there's Hookshot. All done.
Yeah, I did want to ask. We were a little bit puzzled about your decision to go for the green pendant and then not turn it in.
Well, I didn't turn it in just because I had Ice Rod. I had a new dungeon to complete. And then if I didn't find anything in Dark Death Mountain, that was the next place I was going to go.
Fair enough. Trying to think what else. You did manage to avoid going into Eastern at all, because you did Saha before going up the mountain.
Yeah. Pendant Eastern, not really worth going, honestly. I didn't have a bow, right, if there was an item on the boss. So I'm like, maybe as a last resort, I'll do it. And then I was 2 items. I only had, Moon Pearl. I had no mitts. I didn't have hammer. It was very unlikely I was going to get Dark World access from Eastern alone. So I figured I'm just going to do Aga and then into Pod. And then if I still have nothing, I can mirror to Eastern.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it did end up saving you some time.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have much more to say about this. This is the end for me. I'm finishing 2 and 4. Good luck to my group mates who are moving on, GGW and Hydropower. There was no way Masakuni and I were going to take those 2 on. They're just too good.
Yeah, there seem to be a few groups like that where they're just powerhouses.
Yeah. No, but I enjoyed this tournament. I enjoy it every year. Looking forward to future events that I can be a part of.
Yeah, thank you for being on Restream. It's always fun to watch and calm races.
Thanks for having me. If you don't mind, I'll just kind of sit back and watch the last of this with Masakuni.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, I think.
All right. Well, thank you.
And it does look like Masakuni is still continuing on for at least a little bit. So we can enjoy the scenery as Masakuni goes to the Mire area. Well, there's the all-important mirror shield. Okay, Masakuni is mirroring back, presumably for desert. Or Meyer, okay. Um, well, Desert and Meyer both have 2 items, and Desert's a lot faster to find them. Unless he's just opening this and then gonna mirror and go in the front door of Desert. Nope, he's going into Meyer. No sword beams there, unfortunately. We are now listening to the Imori MSU on Masakuni's side. And that is an impressively low collection rate on Lumaga's side, 139. Also, Masakuni finding a small key on the firelocked side means that the big key must also be here. And so we've got to do cutscene chest. At least the music's nice and soothing. Wow, just getting all the keys. Good game knowledge there, knowing there's a bunny beam under that skull that you can powder. Alright, item number 1 is 20 rupees. 50-50 now. That's item number 2, so we are spared having to go to the boss. And surely this is going to be desert now. It's a real shame the mirror shield doesn't block BMO's shots. It really seems like it should. Alright, go mode in a few seconds here for Masakuni. And there, he mirrors out. Time to go to Turtle Rock. Alright, well, it does look like Masakuni is going to be finishing this out, but we do have another race in 9 minutes starting on this channel, so, unfortunately we won't get to watch this to the end. So I would just like to thank both of our runners for putting on an excellent show. It was a lot of fun, and a surprisingly nice seed, actually. Thank you to Matt Sitt for doing tracking for us, especially just after doing his own race. And of course, thank you to the behind the scenes people who rescued the stream partway through the race. We're eternally grateful. Yeah, and of course, thank you to all the viewers for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed yourselves, and maybe you'll stick around for the next race. GG's to both of our runners, and good luck, Masakuni. You have got this. You've got silvers and gold sword. You can do it. So, that's it from us. Have a nice day, everyone.